right, looks like we are live. You guys make it in, just let me know. Let me hear from you in the chat. We'll see if we can find you. Hey, Dean. Hey, Tim. What's up, buddy? Glad y'all made it. Come here, Grace. Come here and say hi. My daughter's here. She is right here. Let's see. You can see what it looked like. There. That's what you look like on YouTube right now. Samuel, you want to say hi? This is Samuel.
Hi, YouTube.
All right. Y'all go play Minecraft. Happy Sunday, y'all. What's up?
Yep, I would love to be a YouTuber.
All right. Glad y'all are here. What's up, Raid? James? What's up, man? Risky Road. Can't play here. Nope. We just kind of let everybody kind of join up. And kids of all trades. I love it. What's up, Ken? How's it going? Hey, Grace, you took my mouse. Yeah, my kids just came in from playing, so, yep. Watching football. So if I start yelling, all right, man, what are you watching? I'm a Redskins fan. Hope that didn't make you guys hate me. Go to your room. Yep. All right. Seahawks. Now, Tim, I was in Seattle last year with my wife, and or 2 years ago, was it? I can't remember now. Yeah, it was 2 years ago, and we saw the Redskins beat Seattle. It was amazing. It was an awesome weekend. We had a great time. Good evening, MJ. Hail to the Redskins. Hey, all right, Ken. Awesome. Nice. What team do you guys like besides Seahawks? Please go. What's up, Max? G'day, mate. You off work today? Crikey. Max is from Oz, so I've got to use my really bad Australian voice. Penn State. Yeah, I like Virginia Tech. I'm from Virginia, East Coast here, so I'm a Tech and a UVA fan. How can you be both? Well, I didn't have any allegiance to either team, so. Yeah, it was bad. I got to work on it, man. Hey, and boo. What's up, man? Vodka. No, this is coffee, and got a little lemonade when I need something cold and wet. So yeah, we got some coffee, getting ready to rock. So, Mr. Meyer, my good friend. Hey, Chris. Glad you showed up, Chris. All right. Favorite coins long term. For me, Litecoin is in that list. I'm a big Litecoin fan. I don't know anything about Dogecoin. I don't know too much. If I see it in the chart, though, if it's got a good chart, I'll trade it. If it's got a good chart, I'll trade it for sure. All right. What are your coins, guys? Much as I don't want to say it, I think XRP is here to stay. I'm not a big fan, but I don't feel very confident with. How do I say it? I think crypto could be a ploy by the banks to take control. Couched in an idea of being being freed from the banks. What a way to keep people in chains when they're not in chains, kind of like the Matrix. So I don't know. Please do not cover XRP. Hey, I'll look at any chart. Any chart. I'm no respecter of charts. Um, but I do like Litecoin. It moves a lot. It moves. It's got really good movements, and I know the chart and understand what she does. And I like Litecoin a lot. Yeah, I tell you what. Talking about subscribers, Meyer, appreciate that. We're up to 716. You guys got to help me get to 1,000. I'm thinking we can do it in a month or less. All you got to do is share a video or two. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you hit like. Comments are really good on the bottom of YouTube videos. Because it just lets the algorithm know that you guys are interested, and it's keeping. And watching the whole video is really good for the algorithm as well. When you watch the whole thing, it tells YouTube that this is content that needs to be recommended to other people because it's holding retention. And if I'm not holding your attention, let me know why. Man, I'm just help me out. If it's too long, let me know. I know Meyer thinks mine are too long, so I get it, and I'm try to shorten it. It's really hard to cover 3 coins every day and keep them short and then give you good information at the same time. So I might have to adjust how we do it. But anyway, yeah, Tim, I don't know about the Satoshi stuff, if it's real or not. I don't know anything about it. So, all right, you guys ready to rock? I'm ready to jump into the charts here. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining in. We got 18 people so far. All right. Is audio and video good? Everything? Let's see. Stream health is yellow. We're doing okay. Does it look good on your end? All right. All right. So what I want to do today, as we start, I thought we'd do this on the front end. Is I want to do just a little bit of teaching for you guys, just a little bit, so you can understand a little bit more of what I do and how it works, so you can follow me a little bit more in the videos, and then you can ask questions along the way. But I want to show you a little. This is a little trick that'll help you. Okay. It'll really help you nail your exits and entries to some degree. I want to show you a little bit of a trick and with trend lines, and you can see some trend lines on my screen right now. What's up, guy? We're gonna hit Ethereum first, so we'll hit that in just a minute. But I'm doing a little teaching right now. But anyway, that being said, so what you want to do, this works on small time frames and larger time frames. Larger time frames is better for trading, especially when you're trending. Okay, but what you do is you as price. Let's just go up here to this area right here, and I'll just kind of show you what I'm saying, what I'm seeing right here. Okay, so as price came up and then came back, and it created this little pattern right there. You can see that we've got a trend line right here. Okay, hey, let me draw the trend line. Okay, here's the trick. Draw that trend line on your chart as it's being made. In fact, draw it once you get 2 points. So you got 1 point, 2 points. There's your 2 points. Draw your trend line. Okay, and once you draw that trend line, extend it out, and then watch how price respects it as it comes down. So what happens is price will come, respect it, come up, respect it. It came back up, and what happened? It broke. Okay, it did have one more dip to the high. Okay. And so it broke it and continued going up. So, but you'll notice that once it broke it, it wasn't long before it started tanking. Okay, so so what you could do is, this could be, once it breaks, what I generally do is wait for it to retest it right here, and there's your exit. That's a decent exit point for the market, and that would have almost nailed the top of this if you were doing it that way. You could have drawn this trend line as it was being formed right there, and once you had these 2 points right here, and it respected it, came down and broke it. Once it broke it, you could see that we began coming down. Okay, so as price was now as price was coming back up, you do it again. Okay, so as price is going up, you draw the trend line to the vertical, to the upside. Okay, so here's the trend line that you would have drawn right here. Okay, price came down, it respected it on a little bounce, broke it, came back to it. This would have been your exit point. It kind of came down, or you got this trend line here where it broke this major trend line. So draw some different trend lines along the way, and you can watch that. You can watch price break that, and that's good exits and entries for trades. If you're going short, for instance, if you wanted to short this, as soon as this this trend line was broken right here to the downside, man, enter a short, boom. I mean, you had a really nice trade there. Okay. Let's see where else. I mean, this works all over the place. Now let's just look at the previous move here. Let's look on the smaller time frame, and I'll just show you what I'm talking about in this latest move right here. We'll go to the 15-minute chart and show you how it works on the 15-minute chart. I'll get back to the chat in just a minute. So, okay, so as price came down here and then bounced, as soon as you had the second point, you got 1 point here, 1 point there. Draw your trend line, okay? Once price comes up and reverses and breaks it on the retest, there's your exit point, okay? And then look what happened. Boom, okay? And then as price is going back up, okay, here's your trend line, okay? That's the line you would have drawn as price was being made, okay? Respected, 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 respected. Nope, didn't respect it. Broke. It came back, retest. There's your exit, okay? You can get out once it breaks, but I like to wait for the break and then wait for the retest, because then you know it's not a false breakout, because sometimes you'll get false breakouts to the downside. Like right here, there was a false breakout. So that's a nice, concept, and then the price just came down. Okay, now you can also do that to the upside as well, so you can see how this trend line. So now okay, let me go back here. When price is going up, you draw the line on the bottom. When price is going down, you draw the line on the top. So here price is going down right there. Okay, it came down, respected it, respected, respect, yo. It came and then it broke. It retested. There's your entry point right there. You could have hit that trade. Okay, that's a way to do that. Okay, so that's some basic trend line strategy there that works on the higher and lower time frames. It's better on the higher time frames for longer term trades, but if you wanted to try some lower, shorter trades, it also works as well. So that's just something to share with you. Except for fake outs, that's right. See, what's up, Jose? Welcome, sir. Touchdown Seahawks. All right. Let me go back. Let me just kind of go back and just show you how this works all through the market here, and just kind of go back through that bull run that we had. It's just kind of a simple way to trade. It's kind of a breakout, and it's not generally my strategy, but it works pretty well if you had done this through the bull market and had some rule. You got to develop rules for yourself for sure. Let me turn my sound off on my phone here. There we go. Got it. So here's the bull market that we had. Let's kind of go right here. So it's going up, and so what we want to do is wait for the retest. So we want to wait for price to come down, draw our trend line, okay, across the top. As soon as we get a break, don't enter on the break. You enter on the retest, okay. And so we've got it came and retested. This trend line would not have been there on this, and so basically what I would have done is I probably, once I had that bounce right there, I would have had that trend line right there. So draw that. Once we had a retest, I probably would have waited on that, probably would have waited for the second bounce right there, most likely. Once we broke that line and that line, there was your entry point for the trade, and so that would have got you in on that move right there. Would have stayed in. I've got an RSI strategy for staying in a trade, but once we hit, so what you would have done though is once you have those points, you draw your trend line. as prices being made. Respect, 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 respect. Once it got here, it breaks. There's your retest. And you could exit that trade, wait for it to come down, or just stay in, obviously for longer term. Okay, but here's another trend line. Okay, let's draw another one right here, right there. Once it broke that to the upside, you didn't get the retest on that one, so you might have missed that trade. You might have missed it if you had drawn this one here. You would have gotten it, but it would have been a tough entry. It's not the perfect strategy by all means, but you can also do it on the smaller time frames, or you should do it on the smaller time frames as well when you're looking to enter. So that's just an idea, some things to think about as you're trading. Okay, so practice that. It's kind of a strategy for you. Okay. Chris. I don't use Bollinger Bands, and to be honest with you, that trend line strategy, I don't use that a lot either, though I do draw those on there and they're helpful to me. But it's good. I just know I have a lot of beginner traders, and that's a simple concept for you guys to begin thinking about the market. Chris, I am an Elliott Wave trader almost exclusively. I use Elliott Wave and Fibonacci's, okay, and you need to use them both together. And I do use some chart patterns as well, and I use the RSI a little differently than most people. And I've got a way that I use that's works for me. So eventually I'm going to teach those things, but I don't use Bollinger Bands. I hardly use any indicators. You won't see many. The only indicator you'll see in my chart is RSI, and that's only when I have it pulled up. And what you'll notice is that I have a moving average on the RSI. Sometimes I turn the RSI off and I just keep the moving average on. I've got a strategy that I've created. It's a personal strategy I've created with moving average on the RSI that helps me, in trading. So anyway, yeah, I don't use any other indicators other than that. All right. Did I play that 71 to 77? I was already in the market, so yeah, I was playing it. So here's what happened to me tonight. Let me explain to you guys. I had a crap. So here's what happened to me. Of course, this was what time? This was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was sleeping. During that. So no. So what happened to me was I did my TA before I went to bed. Everything was yelling at me down, down, down. I think I showed in my video this right here. Boom, boom. And I was expecting the same move. I was expecting this to be a fractal and the same move, right? And everything was showing me down. So I was in a long position waiting for that. And basically, once we got down here, once we had this move right here, I broke one of my rules of trading, guys, and I got out of my position here. And my long position, and I don't short Litecoin. Anyway, yeah, no, I missed that. I missed it. I got out of the position because I got shaken out, and I was telling, I think Max earlier, we were talking. I was like, dag on it. As much as I know, I got messed up by the market. Of course, I was sleeping. I went to bed after I got in. I wasn't able to see the rebound and get back in that, so I missed that move, and I was kind of frustrated about it. Market knows how to get you no matter how much you know, and so yeah, that was a mistake I missed today. So kind of bummed about it for sure. Kind of bummed, but I'm still waiting for a push to the downside. So. Okay, I promised we would hit Ethereum first. So let's hit Ethereum first, and then we're going to jump into Bitcoin and Litecoin. And I really want to deal with the charts in detail tonight. I want to show you guys some stuff that I think is going to open your eyes a bit and tell us where we're going. But it's exciting because we've got some stuff. We got some stuff happening. So let's jump into Ethereum. Just look at this chart first. Clear the chart here. Start with nothing here. Let's see what we can do. Let's just start from the beginning to the end here. Let's go to the daily. So when you're analyzing a chart, guys, you're going to want to start from the daily, okay? And you're going to want to draw the trend lines that you see readily available to you. I'm starting from the swing low here to this wave right here. So we broke this trend line, and that to me was an invalidation of my original count. I was thinking that this was 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were going up for 5. That was a working hypothesis. It's now been validated by that break of this trend line right here. So what I believe we have going on now is we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 5 complete waves. It's finished. Let's put the fibs on it, and we'll show you what that looks like. We have the 3 wave that passed the 1618 extension. Okay, so the 3 wave needs to come past the 1618 extension of the 1, 2. And it does. Okay, and then we have the 5th wave to the upside. Okay, so that's what we're looking at when we measure the 5th wave. It generally comes to the 618, and this one did to the 618 extension. So what you do to project the 5th wave is you draw off the wicks, Chris. Draw off the wicks. Yes, use the wicks. It's part of price action. I rarely do not use the wicks. I draw off the wicks. So we start at the bottom of 1, go to the top of 3, and then we project off the bottom of 4, and then you'll see that the 5th wave often comes to the 0.618. And so this one does perfectly technical, right there to the 618, boom, down we go. Now, what we have here is when we measure this wave right here, we've come down to the 1276. Okay, now and then we bounced up, and then we've come back down. What do I think is happening here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, and this is a tough one, guys. This is really tough. And here's what's going on. Here's what my problem is. My problem is that this. I mean, just looking at that wave, just looking at it, it looks like it's part of 5 waves, a 5-wave structure. This is Ethereum. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're making the 5th wave. It would seem to me that that's what it's doing. Okay. The problem is, and I guess the 1276 extension is generally the extension for a corrective structure. Okay. So in other words, I'd really like, if this is a 1, 2, 3, I'd really like to see it come down to the 1618, and this wave didn't do that. But that being said, I don't know how else to make of that wave any other way. This is too big to be anything else. So to me, I'm still, even though it doesn't make it to the 1618, still digging into this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now here's the deal. Is there another way to let's go into the 4 hour and look at that wave in particular, see if there's any other way to interpret it. And there is. Let's talk about the other way. Here's the other way to interpret it, and this is probably correct. We have, this is right here. This is 3 waves right there. Okay, that's an A wave. We got 3 waves here. That's a B wave. Now here's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a really nice 3 wave, or a C wave. My problem is this is not tall enough to be an X wave. So that's the difficulty I'm having. Here's what else it could be. This is really hard. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know how else to interpret that. Guys, I really don't know how else to interpret this other than it's a 5-wave structure. I'm trying, but I'm not seeing anything. The things it could be are 5 waves to the downside. That's impulsive. It could be an ABC. In that case, this would be A. This is B, and then we need 5 waves to the downside for C. It's an awful shallow B, guys. Awful shallow if that's a B wave. I don't think it is. It's more like a 4 wave. It's kind of a flat is what it is. It's a flat. We've got a zigzag up here and a flat up here. I think I can get 5 waves up in this here, so this would be 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Yeah, it looks impulsive to me, guys. It really does. So that being said, this is what I'm thinking. Ethereum is scary. It's scaring me. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, making the 5th wave. And all of that is an A wave. We're going to have a B wave correction and a C wave coming down. Now, I don't know if it'll be that deep, but that's an awful deep wave. That is 5 waves. I mean, there's almost no denying it. I don't know how else to interpret it. The only other way to interpret it, but I'm not seeing the wave count, is that it's a big ABC. I'm just not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing it. I don't see A, B, and then 5 waves down. I see, because that's like a 3 wave. That's or a C wave. This is not an X wave. It's not tall enough. It's got to come up here to at least 618 to the 650. I think at least a 50 to 618. I can't remember. So this, I don't know how else to interpret it. So that being said, we're making basically the 5th wave right here. So we need 5 waves here in this 5th wave. Problem I have with that is it just, I hate the wave delineation. It sucks. We might be finished with that 5 waves. I don't know how to count that junk right there. And that's the problem I'm having with Litecoin. How do you count that? This looks like 1 wave, 2 waves, 3, 4, and we're coming down for 5. It just doesn't measure very well. But neither does that other wave. See how this kind of comes down to the 1276? So did the other one. So, I mean, maybe that's just the pattern it's making. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. Coming down for 5. That's going to finish the C leg. Or the fifth wave. So, let's see if we can get a trajectory here for Ethereum. 618 is what kind of the target. So 155 as a bottom. Is there any structure that supports that? 155. It wouldn't be a bottom. It would just be the bottom of this wave. Okay, just so you know. There's structure right here for sure at 151.30 and 176. We've already kind of hit that. So yeah, there's some structure in here. Well, I would say your target zone is going to be 163 to 155 for the bottom of Ethereum. If we make it down there, if we turn down there. I think we should. I don't think we're finished. Now, let's verify. Sorry, I'm not watching the chat, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna stop here and pause in just a minute. Let's verify. Let's see if this looks, if this measures correctively. So does this measure correctively here? Yeah, we got an A, we got a B, and we got a C or a WXY, whatever that is. This looks like 5 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves. 1, 2. We may have some more upside to go, guys, in Ethereum. Maybe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is either 4, and we got to go up one more time for 5, or it's done. But the other ones need to go up as well. So we'll look at the other ones and see if there's upside for all of those. Let's go down to the 30 minutes and see if we got more details. 3 wave. Is this a 4 wave? If we come down to 192.60, between 190 and 192.60, and we reverse and bounce off of that, guys, that's kind of indicative of a 4 wave, and we're going to go up for 5. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what we would basically have is, man, I don't like it. I don't see this wave right here is really hard. Let me redraw those fibs because I don't think they're right. There we go. Let me recorrect that. 189.86 to 191.83. That would be the range. If it comes down here and then bounces up, there's going to be one more wave to the upside, probably. So we'd be looking at something like A, B, and then C up here, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And C wave needs 5 waves, and they need to measure correctively. So could have one more push to the upside there. I'm not certain, but it's got some more downside to come. So it needs to come down here to 189 to 191. So let's watch that. All right, guys, that help you out there? Let me know what you're thinking. What's up, Mr. Altcoin Bonanza? Welcome. That's what I'm seeing. ABC to the downside to finish Z. Yep. Okay, Ethereum and BTC look for comparison. Let's check that out. Let's check Ethereum because I think guy was asking about that as well. And this was a request. He's been requesting this chart, and I don't do it as much as I do Bitcoin and Litecoin, just because I don't always have time here. Whoa, look at that chart. Let's kind of check this out here on the daily. What in the world is that? What is that wick? That's crazy. What's up? Okay. Let's see. I want to see this whole move here. Looks like it needs more downside, but how much more can it go? How much more can it go? That'd be negative, so that's not measuring well at all on the macro. It ain't looking good for Ethereum here against BTC. Not looking good at all. So the fibs on this. The one-to-one extension here is down here at 0.013. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that last wave. See if we got 5. We're close to 5 waves or not. I don't know what to make of that. Looks more like an ABC, but I don't like the. There's no clear wave delineation. This is weird. That's an anomaly. My gut wants to do this. 3, 4, 5. down to 1.013. That's what I'm looking at to finish this out. That's what I'm thinking. Best I can say. Make it a double bottom here. Something like that. That's the best I got there, guys. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. It's a super wick indeed. Hey Dale, glad you're here, buddy. Welcome, Grand Skull. Appreciate you being here. Craig, man, I'm sorry, bro. I support you, though. I love you, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. I don't know that you need my support, bro. You got plenty of people. But you know I'm for you. Let me give a shout out to Craig Bartell. He's crypto savvy. Go ahead and go to his site if you haven't been to his channel. He's a good dude, and he looks at the market differently than I do, and you might get something out of what he shares as well. So crypto savvy, and savvy is S-A-V-Y. We're working on Craig's spelling. So S-A-V-V, man, 2 V's in savvy. All right, just playing, bro. All right. So check Craig out. If you guys aren't in the Litecoin group, make sure you join as well. Okay, Litecoin swing trading community. All right, so there's Ethereum. I hope I hope that's helpful to you, man. Hope you're around. Oh, I got it. Savvy was taken. Sweet. Well, there you go. Secret. Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, that's when we were losing money like crazy learning how to trade, Tim. Excuse me. All right, let's look at Bitcoin here. See what's going on. We got a little bit of a move to the upside. What is she doing? You can see you can see that I have fibs already drawn here and we made it down to the 1618. It's indicative of a 3-wave, but generally looks like we're going to have more downside for sure. As a possibility, we still have more upside to go for one more push to the upside here for Bitcoin here. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let me show you what I'm looking at in Bitcoin here. Let me tell you what I'm thinking first, and let me tell you why I'm thinking it. So what I believe could be happening, let me clear my chart a little bit here. You're going to find this interesting, so hope you guys are able to listen in on this one. So right here, if you've been watching the videos, right there, there's a triangle right there, okay? In Elliott wave rules, per Elliott wave rules, triangles never happen in 4 waves. Never happen in 2 waves. They always happen. They never happen in 2 waves. Okay, so they're either in a B wave or they're in a 4 wave, and that's really helpful rule. Okay, it's not just a rule somebody made up. It's a rule because it's never been seen, and over time, these rules have been developed because of the repetitious nature of the market. So if that's a B wave, excuse me, I got a cough again. If that's a B wave, that really helps me interpret what this is. Okay, so this is either an ABC. It could be a WXY. So either the case. So in the C wave, we need 5 waves. Okay, now in a WXY, we don't need 5 waves, we need 3 waves. So it could be a WXY, and that's why. And so if it's a WXY, it's finished. possibly. So that would be W. That B wave, this triangle, is the X wave, and then we have the Y wave. Y would then need to be, in a WXY, it needs to be 3 waves. I got to cough one more time. I'm sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. So, let me explain to you the difference between a WXY and an ABC. That's critical for you to understand. And it wasn't really till I understood this that that I really got good at Elliott wave. So you want to get good at Elliott wave, you got to learn how to count corrections. Okay. So an ABC general correction for ABC is 5 waves in the first. That's really crappy drawing, but you get the idea. You got 5 waves, something like that. Okay, and then in the B wave, you're going to have. I'm just going to use this here. You're going to have 3 waves. Okay, and then in the C wave, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 waves. That's a 5, 3, 5. A can be 3 waves, so you can have a 3, 3, 5 in a zigzag correction. Okay, now in a WXY, you have basically what you have is an ABC. It's 3 waves followed by an ABC, and then the Y is an ABC. So it's basically a double zigzag or a double correction. Now it's basically 3 waves in all of the waves, 3 waves. Okay, and those 3 waves can be WXYs, smaller WXYs, or they can be ABCs. Okay, so this could be a WXY in this W wave. So that would mean this is 3 waves. This is 3 waves, and then this would be 3 waves as well. So when you start seeing 3 waves everywhere, it's really indicative of a WXY. When you also see a bunch of chop and a bunch of mess that you can't really make sense of, it's often a WXY. Okay, and you got to kind of step back and look at that. So if this is a this is a WXY, that means this B wave or this X wave is the triangle, and that's also allowed. And so we got 3 waves here. We've got this wave, this triangle here for X, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 waves or an ABC here to the downside. So that's what a WXY is. So that could be what we're looking at, and this is complete down here. My only problem is we got this juicy trend line down here, and it's almost like we need to come out and touch it. You know what I'm saying? we need to touch it. I don't know that we are, but it feels like we need to. But there is a potential that Bitcoin is done its down move, and then we're heading up a little bit. But it's just a little bit, okay? Now, why is it just a little bit? Because of the larger count. Now, again, this also could be ABC. So this is A, that's a 3 wave. B, there's your triangle. And then C. Now, if it's an ABC, we need to have 5 waves in the C leg, okay? And so what I'm seeing here, if it's an ABC, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5th wave. We got to have 5 waves to the downside. Okay, that's what we're waiting on. So those are some potentials. Those are 2 counts. Okay, and the we got to wait and see what we get. It's tough, but I'll show you how we can validate or invalidate it here in just a minute. All right, so let me show you the larger count here and explain to you where this fits in the larger scale. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. So you can see my trend line here, this flag that we've kind of created here. It looks like a flag right now. It could be a triangle. In fact, so what we could be looking at here in the grand scheme of things is a triangle right here. Okay, you got ABC, ABC, and now we need an A, B, and a C coming down here to this trend line. All right, that's a potential. Of course, not this trend line. It should be a trend line right. Well, daggone it. Let's try this. Let me pull off of this back corner right there and give me a little bit of a line there. Okay. I don't like that as much, but it's a potential. But it's probably not the case. I'm digging this flag a little bit better. So the way that fits is we in this flag, basically it's a big WXY. So we got, here's W, there's your X wave, there's your Y wave. Okay? Or this big 3 wave right there is the W wave right there. So that's another way to interpret it. W, there's your X wave. Now we need a Y wave coming down. Now that needs to be 3 waves, okay? So that needs to be an ABC on the way down if that's the case. And so this is going to be basically A, B, C, like that, okay? And you can see how we've got 3 waves, and we're going to possibly get 3 waves. So this A needs to be 5 waves, and so we're waiting for that to finish, possibly. The other option is that this could be a WXY for 3 waves. If that's a WXY, then that means this W wave is 3 waves, and that means it could be another smaller WXY. I know it's kind of confusing. It really is. I'm sure it is. And this is why you all watch me every day. You don't have to know all this stuff necessarily, but I'm just talking, just kind of helping you think about it a little bit. So what I'm thinking is, if this is a WXY, this is finished and we go up for that B leg. And so basically it's going to be like this. You got A, B, C, and then we need an A, a B, and a C. And so if that's the case, you can kind of see, sorry. Let me zoom in right here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. A, B, C. Excuse me, and that would be a WXY correction as well. So there's 3 waves, W, making the X, going to go up for the Y. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm not really having a hard time tonight, guys. Okay. So it is a potential. I don't know that this is going to happen, okay? But here's why I'm thinking this might be the case, potentially. You see this wave right here? It measures correctively. It measures to the, well, let me show you. All the waves are measuring correctively. Let me show you what I mean. This first one measures weirdly. That's my only problem with any of this. This stops before we get to the one-to-one extension. So it kind of bothers me a little bit. Okay? But when we measure this wave, it comes down to the 2618. So this whole structure measures really, really weird. Okay? But that's okay. Then when we measure this from there to there, it comes to the 786. A little bothersome to me. I don't like it. Usually when that happens, we're dealing with a 4 wave and then a 5 wave. But I don't see any 1 wave. I don't see any clear 1 wave at all. And so let me go into the 15-minute chart and see. I mean, there's just no 1 wave here. And that's so deep for a 4. So it's just not. Yeah. It's just a weird, 3 wave is all it is, in my opinion. Then what you have is we've got a very nice measurement to the downside here. And this is a, man. I'm so sorry. This comes down to the 1276 perfectly. It's a very nice ABC. Okay? It's a very nice 3 wave right there. Okay? Then, when we measure this last wave that was being made, it came up and tagged the 1276 up here. And that looks like a very nice ABC. Okay? So, what I'm seeing here is a bunch of 3s. Okay? It's a bunch of 3s. I mean, look at it. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So what are we expecting? 3. Okay? There's threes everywhere. This is corrective. It is not impulsive. We are going down here. Now, how far are we going? Most likely, we're going down from where we are, and most likely it's going to come down to the one-to-one extension here. Let me give you a measurement for BTC. Down here to 99.67, which we already kind of came to it a little bit. So it makes me think potentially we're coming down here to the 9,800 to 9,600. So basically we should be looking for an A, a B, and a C like that. This could be this could be basically 5 waves to the downside. We would have a 3, and we could have a 5 wave to the downside. This also could be a 3, and a 3 to the downside, so we could have an ABC to the downside. Now, how do we invalidate that? Well, this everything I just shared with you down here to this target on BTC, it is invalidated if we break this high right here. If we break that high, we're not. This is going to be. It may still be corrective, but I don't. It would have to be an expanded flat. It would have to be an expanded flat. I think we're going down personally. This little move right here will probably be like a 2 wave or a 4 wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then we're going to need to see some correction there. So yeah, that's right now my working hypothesis. So when you zoom out and look at it, we're looking at 3 waves, 3 waves, and then we're going to have 3 waves to the downside, and we're going to finish this correction out. Okay, so this is tradable. This is a tradable move if we get it. So how do we plan for that trade? How are we doing in the chat, guys? I'll get to the questions here in just a minute. So how do we plan for that trade? Well, what we do, number one, we got to get it first. Okay, so this structure has to continue coming down in 3 waves or 5 waves, one of the two. We throw the fibs on this move right here down to here. Okay, we're measuring this first wave against the second wave here, and we're looking for a target area of a one-to-one extension, but that's so shallow, I think we're going to come down deeper. So my target areas would be 96.37 to 98.23 in that ballpark. Okay, looking for a target zone in here. We're going to count the waves and see if we can come up with an extension. Once we get a 1-2 wave or an AB wave, we can extend that and see what we're going to get. Okay, so that's what we wait for. And then we enter long here and trade this wave to the upside from 96 or 98 up to, what would that be if it came down there? Again, this is speculation. Okay, I don't have enough information to really make this call. All right. But this is speculation if we get it. So if we get something in here, you're looking at anywhere from 10.8 to 11,159, and that corresponds with structure right here. We'd be coming back up to the structure line right here. So that would be what I would be betting on right there, structure. We'd be looking for 3 waves to the upside to that. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're looking at here. See what you guys are saying. Joe, we will be looking at Litecoin next after we look at Bitcoin here. At least I didn't have to fart. Yeah. Yeah, man, you'll learn over time. Altcoin Bonanza, you'll learn over time, brother. It takes a lot of time, and I don't expect you to get it all right now. I'm just kind of what you do is you just kind of sit and listen, and you do your best to understand as much as you can. And I'll definitely try to teach along the way, but hopefully this is helping a little bit. Cool. I'm glad you guys are starting to get ABC and WXY. That's excellent. ABCs were easier on Sesame Street. Yeah. What is the pattern for the upside on BTC? I'm not seeing it. I don't see any. I don't see any upside. Let me see. Let me look. Um, yeah, we don't. I mean, we don't have any upside patterns. There's no upside patterns here. The only way you could come up with an upside pattern here to answer this question is this. If you count this wave right here, the bottom of this wave, as part of this structure here. So if you count this part with that, and all that's the same structure. So if that's some kind of a double bottom, then you have to count this as a one wave, and what you just got was a two wave, and that means we're going up for three here. That's the only way you can do it. Now here's the problem with that. The problem is that this isn't is wick down here. It really didn't make a new low. I don't know how to count that. This doesn't look three wave-ish. This would have to be like an A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be, yeah, you'd have to call that you would basically have to call this a truncated, you'd basically have to call that a truncated fifth wave. So what the count, I guess, would be, I mean, I guess this is possible, guys. I guess. See, it's making me think here. A, B, C, and that C wave is like this. C wave needs 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, truncated fifth. And what we just got was a one wave. Now, the reason why, well, I could be a one wave. And this hasn't broken this low. So until we break this low right here, if we come down and break that low, I guess this count is potentially valid, I guess. It just doesn't seem probable to me. Doesn't seem probable to me. This measures too well to the 1618. Look at it. When I measure this, the 127, yeah, the 1618. Measures right up here. It's perfect. It's a nice three wave. All right, so there's the pattern for the upside. Yeah, how about Imbu? That could be yawning could be the trigger. But yeah, I don't drink, guys. I have too much fun sober. So shots of cough medicine. Percentage of down versus up, 30%. Man, for me, I'm like 90% to the downside. Macro question: are we possibly in a bear market rally? Not Keith. Not in my view. Not in my view. Let me show you macro. So Keith is asking, are we possibly in a big giant macro bear market? And this is just a bear market rally, like Alessio Rastani says. Number one, don't get your Elliott wave information from Alessio. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, I mean, he knows some basic rules, but he doesn't understand fib relationships he doesn't go into any of that. Just don't get your Elliott wave information from him. I like him. I watch his channel. So don't get me wrong. I'm not bad mouthing the guy. Just don't get your Elliott wave information from the guy. Okay. Secondly, the only way that this could be a bear market rally is that if this right here is making well, it's not bear market, it's still bull market, but it wouldn't be the bull market we're expecting. Like we're looking for this giant wave to the upside, upwards to $50,000. Everybody's looking for $50,000 or $100,000 Bitcoin in the next year or two. Um, whether we get that or not, who knows? But here's the deal. Here's the deal. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, slam the desk. I got to do a crypto Kirby impersonation every chart. So what if this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that we're actually making a 4 wave, and that 4 wave is going to be some kind of triangle? What if that's the case? Something like that. What if that's what we're doing? I don't know. Interesting, nonetheless. Whoa. Yeah. I don't think that's the case, guys. I really don't, but let's consider it. We would expect, if this is a big triangle, which we would expect something like this. Triangles have to have 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. See this triangle here? So there's our 3 waves. This needs to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. A, B, C, D, E, boom. So we'd have, I don't think that's the case. I really don't, but that's a potential. But is this like a B wave rally and we're coming down here for a lower low? I don't think so, because this is 5 waves. It's not 3 waves. Okay, if this becomes 3 waves, we'd have to consider it. Okay, but this does not. I would consider the triangle before I would consider a bear market rally and make a lower low. Guys, we're not going below. In my opinion, we're not going below $3,000. Okay, that's my opinion. We're not going below $3,000. We're not going to make a new low. I don't even think we're going to make a double bottom or anything like that. I'm personally looking at the $7,500 to $8,000. That's the low that I'm looking at. Okay? All right. I will look at EOS. Dean, you heard my case there. I don't think so. What's up, Nick? Welcome. It's a trap. Hey, James. Glad you stopped by, brother. 6 hour on Coinbase Pro. It looks like we're bouncing down off of a trend line. I'll check it out. Yeah, the wild card. Yeah, again, don't listen to Alessio. We're not hitting 1800 grand skull. I don't think so. That's right. That's right. Perfect those skills, make money up or down. What's up, Wax? Wall? Welcome, sir. 5 a.m. because let's see, 5 a.m. Eastern. Why do we see big moves 5 a.m.? I don't know. London's open. New York's about to be open. My guess is that America's just waking up and they see that and they start reacting and selling and buying. What's up, John? Glad you're listening, brother. Glad you're here. Okay, let's take a peek here at BTC on the um, 6 hour. Yeah, I mean, there's a trend line right here, but we're kind of bouncing off of. That's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I don't like that trend line much. I don't put a lot of stock in it. I think we're coming down to this larger trend line personally, but don't know that to be a fact. Let's just look at the price action here on the 15-minute chart. See what we got going on. Okay, doing all right still. All right. Okay, MJ, glad you stopped by. Sorry about. Hey, tell your wife hi for me, and I'm glad you stopped by. Okay. 8,000 is absolute lowest I see before a nice bounce. I agree. 75. I'm seeing 75 as potential. So, all right. So if you're just joining us, I already handled Bitcoin and I explained WXYs and why I think we're making a WXY here. Potential count is again just to kind of show you where we're headed on Bitcoin. I think it's my gut. Either we have two plays here. Either this is a big ABC, A, B, and C needs to come down here because we need 5 waves. Whoops. Okay, and then we're looking for 5 waves in C. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one more push down to the downside. If this is ABC. If this is WXY and not ABC, then it's done. And then what we're doing is making our B wave now to the upside. Should expect a retrace up to structure, at least 50 to 60%, most likely for that B wave. So here's the retrace there. Structure puts us right here. The 618 puts us here at 11,300, 11,400 in that ballpark there at golden zone, 11,400. The count would be this then. We'd be having a W, X, and then a Y like that. Okay, and what that would be in the grand scheme of things, again, I'm just reviewing for anybody that just joined us, is a big 3-wave move like that. And doesn't that just match the size and shape of everything that's been made? I mean, look at this. We've got 3 waves everywhere. 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 I mean, there's 3 waves everywhere. So let's look for 3 waves to the downside. Okay, that's my count. That's what I'm looking for. But we're gonna have an upside move here to about 11,000, and then 11,300 in that ballpark, and then we'll have our final move. I'd be looking to if it looks like 3 good waves there, I'm going to be looking to short there Bitcoin. Okay, all right. There's Bitcoin ready to go on to Litecoin. Yeah, James. I mean, it probably is. Look, this wave looks so complete. You know, this is a nice finishing wave. So I did a lot of measuring, a lot of moving here, James. So that I'm kind of looking for. I'm kind of looking for this, but probably going to do this. Come up here. All right, let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin's a little bit harder for me on the macro. Having a hard time with Litecoin. If anybody's got any ideas? I mean, I know we're making a 2-wave, but how do you This is such a this wave right here was so non. I was expecting it to come up here and then do this. It just is so short. It's a flat. It's a flat. It makes me think we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But if that's the case, y'all, if that's the case, then this is the fifth wave, and either it's done or we got one more push down to the downside. So I'm not sure. I don't know how to count that. And then up. And what would that be? There's A. B up here. C down here. Keep hitting the wrong thing. This is the A wave. B. C. Is that what it's going to do? Does that correlate? I guess that correlates a little bit with what Bitcoin might do. I don't know. I'm having a hard time there. Yeah, LTC is that. Ethereum's the same way. Let's look at the 15-minute chart and see, Keith, what you're talking about. Let's move 3 cents. Volatility's back. Wall says, look at the 4-hour BTC shape. Yeah, I did. What are you seeing, brother? I mean, here's 2-hour. I guess we can look at 4-hour. Oh, gotcha. Wally, you seeing this? What? A, B, and C, like that? So 5 waves to the downside? Gotcha. So that's a potential count, I suppose, isn't it? But we got 3 waves, 3 waves. I don't know. This is a I can't see if it's ABC. I mean, it could be, but I just see it more like a WXY. That would require ABC. I'm seeing more like this rather than 5 waves to the downside. And it couldn't be that because we got the triangle here, and that is in a B wave. That's why I think this is more. Hey guys, hey guys. Yeah, I know that, but again, yeah, I know it could be that. It's just the problem is this triangle right here. It really needs to be in a B wave. I mean, that's just a rule that always happens. So this would have to be A, B, C. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, agree. So I don't think we're quite forming C yet. I think we got 3 waves up for B yet to go. Potentially. So we got up. I think we're on the same page, Wall. I do. A. I think we're coming up here. And then 3 waves, not 5 waves, but 3 waves down here. So, Craig, I'm not a big chart pattern guy because the patterns are really the patterns are really just expressions of Elliott waves. So I tend to see. I mean, it's a pattern. There's no doubt, but I just tend to see the Elliott waves quicker than I see the patterns. But now Wall, on the other hand, he's got a site called trading shapes, and he looks more at the shape of things than he does. He looks at the Elliott wave count too, but he looks at the shape. He puts a lot of stock in that as well. So you might check out his YouTube as well. Um, Wall's a good Elliott wave guy as well. Trades on the Forex. Okay. I'm going to go on to LTC here. Kind of pushing up. This could be. Hey, son. Um, just look at this move right here. I hated this move. It doesn't measure right here. This extension. It stopped at the 786. Then it goes up, so it stopped short. So that was hard. It this wave right here. It just, I mean, what is that right there? I don't even know how to count it. So just looking at it, it just looks like a big ABC or a WXY, and but it's really looks more like ABC. 5 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves. There's 5 waves here, or that's an ABC. This could be a WXY down here for B. Then we got 5 waves to the upside here. Got the 1618 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 truncated, and then we're going down. Looks like so. Looks like we're heading down, but there could be one more push to the upside in Litecoin. Right there. Didn't quite make the one-to-one extension. Came short of it. So could we come up here and finish that? Maybe. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up here? Maybe. And that'll finish up C. That means Bitcoin really needs to kind of come up as well, most likely. There's potential for it to come up. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know in the short term what that is. If we're going down from here, or we're going to go up. This is a kid pattern. Yeah. Let's see. My son thinks it's so cool that I'm a YouTuber. I think that's what he wants to be when he grows up. He watches a bunch of Minecraft YouTubes. So LTC, man, is just a pile of manure. Having a hard time with it. But it looks like 5 waves. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the best I can come up with there. YouTubers get Lambos. I'm personally looking for another push to the downside on LTC. I'm looking for a target of about 64. Let me show you why I think that. Measuring from the top here to the bottom of 3, top of 4. We get an extension here. This 0.618 there is at 64.31. My red trend line is not drawn correctly. Let me draw it correctly. I'm going to draw it off of this point right there. My chart reverts back to an old chart that I had. Um, so I kind of see us coming down to this trend line here, and that corresponds to 65, 66, 67 in that ballpark. So right in here, maybe wick through this area. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. There's another push down. So, Tim, yeah, I'm eyeballing the $65 region, 64 in that ballpark. Um, Structure is right here. $66. There's structure right at the bottom there. Be a good place to stop. Could be. That's the best I have for Litecoin. I don't know what else to make of it. I don't know what else to make of it at all. Okay. Let's see. All right, we have energy has left the market. BTC halving will pump it. Yeah, maybe. This is the way corrections always are. When we go through the bull market, everybody gets on this euphoric, emotional roller coaster, and then the correction happens, and the correction takes a lot longer, usually, to play out, and everybody's like, but if you know how to short, you can make money going up or making money going down. So it really shouldn't matter whether going up or down. We can make money in this market if you learn how to short. I'm on Kraken. You can short it five times leverage there for BTC. LTC is double zigzag down to 56 in my opinion. Yeah, I mean it could, but the only problem with that, where's your B wave, man? I mean, where's your X wave? It's not very deep, James. What do you do with that? Our X wave doesn't come up high enough. So that's the hard thing there. This, I agree though. To be honest with you, this seems too big and elongated. This feels like it'd be too long and too big. This is looking very, the same size as this relationally. It feels like this is okay. But I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. But I do know that we could be. I don't know. We got more structure down here at 61. More structure here at 53 and 50. Yeah. We got all kinds of structure to stop at. Yeah, I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm having a hard time with Litecoin. I don't know what to make of it. This wave right here is crazy looking. Right here. I mean, what is that? What is that? Okay. Don't have affiliate link yet with Kraken. Wish I did, but it's coming eventually. Affiliate links will, but it's not hard to open an account. But thanks for asking, man. Yeah, James. Yeah, I mean that might be right. This does. I mean, I can get 5 waves in this right here. This looks more like a B wave, A, B, C, or WXY. I don't know. See, the other thing here is measuring this right here. I mean, we come down to the 1618. Could be a 1, 2, 3, very simply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 waves. A, B, C. We got a flat. We got a zigzag that was kind of steep here. Now we got a flat over here. This looks like the fifth wave coming down. That's my take on it right now. I'm eyeballing the 64 to $66 range. That's my take. Likely 1-to-1. Let me throw the fibs on that guy and see. So that would be 37. Yeah, I'm reading your stuff here, James. Yeah. Often retrace to 382, 50. Did it come to the... I mean, so James, just to get what you're saying, are you saying that this is... That's W and this is X. Now we're doing Y? Is that what you're thinking? So this is the A wave of our... So we're still doing 5 waves. We got 3 waves up and then 5 waves. That would correspond with my count for Bitcoin. That would correspond. So that means that retraced. This retraced not to the 382, between the 382 and the 50. It's like a 4 wave too. So yeah, I could be either. Could be either. I think we have, regardless, I think we got another push for a 5th wave here, down here to 64. Regardless of our counts, whether we're correct or not, James. And then we got a tradable wave to the upside for a B wave or a 2 wave or whatever. Chart and log, okay? It's not bad. That's what James is saying, guys. So if that's the case, I mean, we'd be looking at something like $56 right in here to finish that out. What about this $35 target, this 1-to-1 extension? 35 is a target down there. Yeah, it came up to the 382, between the 382 and the 50, so. Oh, no, Is there a checkbox somewhere? Oh, there we go. I came up tagged to 50. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. You just taught me something, James. I didn't know about that. I never use log much. Came up and tagged the 50 in log. There you go. Cool. Okay. Interesting. So that means 1-to-1 extension there. Still puts us at $39, $40. Um, I like Kraken. It's got a nice dashboard. It's got a Kraken Pro. It's like Coinbase Pro a little bit. I use Coinbase Pro, and I use and I use. Yeah, I already checked. Oh, do I have to? I have to keep doing it. Oh, well, there it is, 57. Okay, gotcha. So I got to keep doing it. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Interesting. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out, man. I'm gonna have to learn about that. Guys, I don't know everything. Guys, I'm still learning. I'm just trying to share what I know. Yeah, I've got an account with Bittrex. I don't. I've traded on that in the market run, but I don't use them anymore. Kraken, I like the Pro version that they have, and I like Coinbase Pro. They're pretty similar, and you can use leverage on Kraken. You can't do that on Coinbase Pro yet. I'm waiting for the day that they do it. So. All right, we're at that time where I'm going to take chart requests. So, what are your chart requests? However they come up in this chat, let me know. Let me get some coffee. No, but Altcoin Bonanza, you are in my Patreon group. I will spend some time. I'll make a separate video just for you, and I will put that in our Patreon group. Okay, so you can have some exclusive content there. I'll explain how to do that. Let me go on Facebook here and see what we see. Oh. I'm not logged into Facebook, guys, and I'm not going to type in my stuff. Sorry. Oh well. Um, all right, let's look at DGB and on Bittrex. I've got it pulled up in Kraken. It should be close to the same if that's all right. Um, I thought I did. Thought I already added that one. Oh, there it is, right there. And I have it in Bitfinex. That should be close to the same chart. Yeah, this is the one that I can never see. Dang, that's so messed up. So this is such a hard chart to trade, guys. I just wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But again, that's what I'm seeing. Just keep that trend line. Keep that trend line drawn. Same thing I said last week. Wait for the breakout to the upside, then the retest, and then a bounce. Once you get that bounce, that's when you're going. Okay? Looks like we got more downside to go. But you might get a bounce here soon. Might get a bounce here soon. Just draw these trend lines on here. I got the 3-day chart right here. This is a 3-day chart. Wait, so you don't try to jump in too soon, okay? Because you might get a breakout down here. I mean, these 3-day candles, man, they cover a lot of ground. So this is a very volatile pair here. So be careful with Digibyte. Be very careful. Switch your candles. What do I switch it to, man? That, or how about just a line chart? That's better. Haikanashi. Yeah, okay. I like Haikanashi. That is a little better, isn't it? That's a little better. I'm going to draw this shape without the wicks. We're kind of converging in here. What do you guys see in there, Elliot guys? 276. This looks like we got more downside to go. This looks like an expanded. This might be a W. Oh, hang on it. Yeah, I was just about to say this might be a WXY. WXY. Is that what you're seeing, Wax? Or is this W? This is X. And we got Y going up. Which one is it, man? One, two. Yeah. It looks like it's coming down. This is very corrective here. So Wall is saying, and he's very good in Elliott Wave here. So I'm glad you stopped by, buddy. This is like a WXY right there coming down. Now we're gonna have a tradable bounce here, but it looks like it might be coming down. So you'll probably get a tradable bounce out of this wedge, but generally out of falling wedges like that, you only get a short bounce and then it's going to continue down. So, yeah. But that'll be a good bounce for you. I mean, if it bounces something like that, that's there's a 70% move if it goes that high. Who knows how high it'll bounce, but looks like we'll get some kind of a bounce out of here. Maybe a 4 wave. Something like that. Could be a diagonal. Yeah. Careful with this one. Careful. All right, let's go to the next chart. Let's see. ADA. Okay. Let's do ADA. I prepared some of these, created a list. This came up to the 1-to-1 extension and bounced. Looks like an ABC there. All right, man. Glad you stopped by, brother. I'll get you EOS tonight. Okay. I'll make a chart for you and give it to you on tonight. Okay. Talk at you later. ADA. I mean, it looks down. Unless this is like a B wave. You're going to get that. I mean, unless you get that. But if Bitcoin continues to drop, this thing's going down. That's just straight on down. I don't see any delineation there of waves. I don't even want to pull out. It seems. I mean, this could. I don't even know. Yeah, we came up, we tagged, and we bounced off the one-to-one extension. We're in a correction. This is just straight down the waves. I mean, there's just no shape there to really speak of. You might have 5 waves here, maybe. 5th wave. That means and this kind of corresponds with what we might get in Bitcoin. Maybe. It might be the pattern. So that might be a play. If you get a 50% retracement, if you get it, if it's close to done, doesn't look it, but I mean, it's a 50% move. It's tradable. Yep. One, two. Yeah, it looks like we got one more push to the downside, potentially. Sorry. Something like that. We need a nice large correction here. We need a good, something like that. And then you can short it again. You need to be on an exchange where you can short it though. So it looks like it's coming down though. But man, that's going to be so cheap, so low. I don't know. It might be the death of some of these altcoins. That's probably what's going on. Just these altcoins are dying. They were pumped and pumped. And now they're dying. Okay. Yep. We got EOS. We'll look at that later. What else? Any other requests? Link, BTC. And then HTC pair. What's HTC pair, Jose? Oh, BTC. Jose Orozco, what did you want to see? Nick, my pleasure, man. Sorry it's not better news for you, but you should be looking to short Okay, got it. All right, just wanted to make sure I got you, buddy. Thanks, Jose. All right, let's do let's do link and BTC here. Let's add the symbol here. Link BTC. It's like Binance has got it. It's daily. All right. This is looking better. It's a better chart. More impulsive to the upside. Best I can see right now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Awesome. Thanks. I'm glad I said it right. Yeah, it's 5 waves. Looks like we're going to need this for link. Something like that. Down to structure here. Be looking for something like that. This is where you go. Oh, this is where you'd go long. So be looking for a long somewhere around 0.00014745 in that ballpark there. To 16. So this is your zone here probably. What you're looking at for link. Who asked for link? Alex, there you go, buddy. Link on BTC looks like I'd be looking at between 13 and 14, 13 to 15 for a long. As this is made, we can kind of project it once this wave finish. So once this wave is done, if we get that, we might be able to project where that's going to end. You know, somewhere in this ballpark. You know, once this comes up here. So right now, I mean, you might look for long now. Wait, if you get a correction, wait for a bit of a pullback and then go on up. Once you get that pullback, you can play that long to the upside, but it won't be forever, but it'll be a decent little trade. So on the daily. So hope that helps, Alex. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here soon. Anybody else have any chart requests that I didn't cover? All right, let's take one more look at BTC and let's call it a night here. Let's just kind of take a peek at what she's doing. Go to the 15-minute chart just to kind of get some detail on this wave here. This came down to the 1618, but this is past that. It's kind of an odd shape there, isn't it, for that wave? Might be heading up for one more push to the upside. A, B, C. I don't know. But that would correspond with an LTC push up. So could have one more push up here to between $79 and $80. So don't forget that LTC might be coming up here. 78 to 81 could. This could, so that could be a 4 wave, and then we're coming up. But if we make a much lower low, we're probably coming on down. So we'll just have to see. We just have to wait and see there. So there we go. We did, Robert. We did Ethereum. We spent a lot of time on that. So just check out the. Once I finish, you can just check out the replay, and we did a pretty good job with that guy. So spent a lot of time. It was a request. Okay. All right, guys, had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like this, man. Appreciate it. Subscribe, and don't forget to share the channel. Help me get to 1,000 subs. That'd be really, really sweet. Okay. Check out Wall's channel, Trading Shapes. Just click on his name, and you'll see it. Trading Shapes. He's been a good help to me in learning to trade the forex, and so check out his channel as well, especially if you're interested in forex and like that. Alex, I covered your pair. I hope you saw it. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Well, you guys have a fantastic evening, and appreciate you coming by. You too. Trade safe.